Check out the guns! I just wanted you to see the t-shirt I'm wearing and how ironic it is to the title of this video. Ahaha, all of the puns! So this is a video in which I talk about, it's gonna be about rubbish. Hopefully it's gonna be useful because it's a bit of a rant, yes, but it's highlighting a topic that I think needs to be highlighted. So I want to know if Egypt's litter or rubbish problem is just a big problem or it's just really noticeable to me from living in England. And I want to know your views and opinions about it. Because to be honest, I haven't heard many people complaining. In fact, I've actually seen people just make litter and it's like, you're not really helping a problem there. So maybe you need to know that it's a huge problem. For people who do litter, like, oh yeah, I've just finished this chocolate bar and I'm gonna chuck the wrapper out the window. How hard is it, really? How hard is it to just not throw it out the window, keep it in your car, and then when you get home, put it in your own rubbish bin? How hard? And I know I've seen on the streets that even house rubbish that comes from your house just goes on the street. That's strange. Where are all the rubbish bins? I've noticed this a lot more in Cairo, and when I was in Alexandria I noticed bin men with better facilities than in the capital city of Egypt. We have the same rubbish disposal we actually have in England in our village place. So what's it called? Avia? So either the governor or whatever of Alexandria, but the wind you rock, and the Cairo one needs to maybe get fired, or you know, I need a job. Just go downstairs and I will see like a billion things on the floor that I would never see in any other country I've yet been to. Maybe like in India or third world country or something, but here, really. For instance, when I walk, sometimes I have to walk on the pavement and there's just a giant rubbish pile in front of me. And I have to either walk past it on the pavement, which is kind of walking in it, or walk on the road. And so if I walk through it, sort of, I pass all these cats and stuff and all this dirt, and then the bottom of my shoes get dirty, and then I have to walk home, and thus bringing all the crap on the bottom of my shoes, like fish and juices that I don't know what juices are, rubbish juices, into the home. That's just making everything dirty, really. Because there I have seen on my many days of being out of the house that there are people who work on the streets, but I don't really see them doing much, to be honest. The most I've seen them do is sweep leaves. Leaves are not a problem because leaves are Mother Nature's things. They can deteriorate. No, not deteriorate. They can be disposed of naturally. What's the word? Disintegrate. Something. But litter, not so much. And it makes Egypt look rubbish. Even the people who are dressed in like proper uniform, they still don't do anything. And I've never seen one person with, I forget what it's called. It's not a hooper scooper because that's for poop. Now we actually had those at our school at one time. If anyone in our school playground was caught littering, they would be given this and a black bag and they would go around the playground picking up litter. That should totally be implemented in Cairo, right? Or in Egypt. Also, here's a note. The majority of Egypt is Muslim, right? And within the 5 pillars, why do I keep saying pillars? Pillars of Islam, there is something called praying. And when you pray, you have to be clean. And so cleanliness is a pretty big thing. And yeah, Egypt's rubbish really doesn't reflect that. So yeah, way to go. So how can you really live amongst this, really? Because It's not nice. Now, if companies and institutions like AUC, pretty thumbs up for the cleanliness and bins around, if they can keep their things clean, then why not the rest of the street? Notice it? Do you think it's your problem? Do you think it's Egypt's problem? Do you think it's the governor's problem? Do you think it's government's problem? Tell me. I want to hear it in the comments below, like really big comments, if you can. Now, I have seen only like maybe 2 months ago from living here that McDonald's has put out bright red bins. They're not very big, but they're good. So AUC American, McDonald's American, Egypt, don't let Americans just do all this stuff, okay? Because what does that show about Egypt? That it's kind of like lazy and doesn't know what to do. Why can't you get like an Egyptian and just do it yourself? DIY, man. Your country is your home first, and your country is the platform for your home, for your apartment, house, villa, penthouse, I don't know. If things are dirty and you are just enhancing the dirt by putting rubbish out the window of your car, or just not throwing something in the bin, then you're just making things dirty, and then you have to clean it every so often, and then that's wasting water and time and blah blah blah. Why did you just not make things dirty in the first place? Tourism is a key thing in Egypt. If it wasn't for the history, because for anyone coming to Egypt, like myself, like a tourist, like a businessman, for someone who wants to live here because of the awesome climate, yeah, they would look around and be like, you know what, no. So Egypt is pretty lucky it has climate and culture, because if you look at the streets and that's the first thing you look at, you wouldn't really want to stay here. In pictures that people see abroad, but there's something called Photoshop, and you don't really want to disappoint them by showing them like, oh, look, Cairo looks so awesome, and then they come here and just see rubbish and trash and litter and dirt. You'll be like, oh, pretty peeved right now, this is not what I saw in the brochure. Me, from a film point of view, whenever I see a film, an Egyptian film in Egypt or in Cairo, and so where's the recycling as well? You're lacking in rubbish disposal, you're definitely lacking in recycling, so you're really behind, just FYI. And you know, I will do whatever it takes to sort it out, Egypt, because you know I'm Egyptian, so I'm not disrespecting you, I'm just telling you, sort it out. That was me kind of ranting. This is so hard to vlog. It's better to blog about it and write about it, because blah blah. Sort it out, because you know, it's nice to be clean, not dirty. I feel dirty. Now Masr, now Egypt, now Masriyin. You don't want people feeling sorry for you. You want to showcase what you can be. A lot of people see this. Like, how many of you watching me, my face right now, knows that, you know what, it's kind of a bit of a problem. If you do think it is there something you can do or say or share the problem?